Hi everyone, welcome to another reading vlog. In this vlog I'm going to be reading just thriller books. So I'm going to do like a week's worth of me reading just thrillers. I'm hoping to read about 3 or 4 of them. Last night I did actually start reading Watching You by Lisa Jewell, because I've got the audiobook available on Libby at the moment, which is, it's like an app that you can link your library card to, and you can like borrow audiobooks and stuff for free. So I was borrowing this book on there and I thought I could listen to it whilst reading it at the same time. I got to page 36 last night. I'm not sure I'm feeling it, to be honest, at the moment. I feel like I want something a bit more fast-paced, and Lisa Jewell's books aren't always the most fast-paced books. So I think I might give up on that one for now. Obviously I will come back to it because I do want to read this and I've heard good things about it, but I just feel like I want something a bit shorter because it's quite a chunky book. It's over 400 pages and I kind of want something a bit quicker. This is nearly 500 pages actually. I'm just not really feeling something super long at the moment. So I think my next choice is between these two. I might end up reading both for the vlog anyway because I've been dying to read books by these authors, but I don't know which one to start with. There's The Housemaid by Freida Mcfadden, and I've heard amazing things about her books. All of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, or at least most of them are anyway, and she's got tons and tons of thrillers out, and I've heard just people binging her books because they're so addicting and so good. And then the same basically with Alice Feeney. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I've heard amazing things about this as well. Amazing things about this author. And apparently both of these books are really, really fast paced. They've got good plot twists and that kind of thing. And I just want something that's going to keep me gripped. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to read first. I might send the synopsis, both of them, to my mum and get her to choose which one she thinks I should read. So I think I'm going to do that. And then tonight I will start one of these. Hi everyone, so it is the next day now. I've just been working from home for a few hours, and yes, I'm wearing the exact same t-shirt as yesterday. But last night I did start reading The Housemaid by Freida Mcfadden. This is the one that my mum picked for me. She said they both sounded really, really good, but she said to go with this one. So last night I read quite a lot. I read about 82 pages. It was really fast to get through. The chapters are really, really short, and I am actually really enjoying this so far. I'm really intrigued to know what the heck's going on, what's up with the one of the characters in this. So basically this is about a girl called Millie who has just got out of prison. She's been in prison for 10 years. I don't know yet why she was in prison, so I'm hoping we find out. I'm assuming we will at some point find out why she was in prison. But anyway, she was living in her car, so she was looking for a job. She applied for this job to be a housemaid, hence the name The Housemaid, for this really, really rich family. And the main woman in this family, she's called Nina, and she's got loads of weird things about her. She keeps telling Millie, the maid girl, to do certain things or whatever, and then the girl will do it, and then Nina will be like, I didn't ask you to do that, why are you doing that? And like there's all kind of weird stuff going on. She just seems a bit odd, everything seems a bit dodgy. So I'm excited to know what's going to happen in this. I think I'm going to read a little bit because I'm just having a lunch break at the moment. Yeah, I'm just having a lunch break at the moment, so I think I'm going to read a little bit more, maybe just a few more chapters, and then tonight I won't get to read that much more because I'm going out for dinner tonight and I don't know what time we're going to be back, so I might not really have much time to read tonight. But if not, tomorrow I will be binging it and hopefully finishing it tomorrow because I'll have all evening tomorrow to finish it. So yeah, I will update you again when I've read a bit more. It might be tomorrow again now, but we will see. I've just finished reading The Housemaid and I fully enjoyed this. I don't know quite what rating to give it. I might give it maybe a 4.5 out of 5. Only reason it's not a 5 out of 5 stars is probably because the like plot twist didn't like shock me. There was like just over halfway there was like a twist, but it didn't like shock me. Like it did, but not like, oh my god, you know, like mind-blowing kind of thing. But I did fully enjoy this. It was so fast-paced. I love the pacing of this, so I understand why people love this author, because she just writes really, really fast-paced thrillers. It was really, really gripping. And I was like, towards the end I was thinking, how's there a sequel to this? Because there's a sequel to this. It's on Kindle Unlimited as well. I was thinking, how's there a sequel? Because I didn't know how there was going to be able to, but then in the epilogue, I kind of now realise why there is a sequel, so I might actually start reading the sequel next, which is, as I said, it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I might download that on my Kindle and then give that a read, because it was really fast paced and I really, really enjoyed it. So I think I will give the second one in the series a go. And right at the end of the final chapter, just before the epilogue, there was like another little mini twist at the end. Not a twist, but like just something else that you find out, and I like that as well. Can't really tell you what it is because I don't want to give spoilers in this vlog, but yeah, I did really enjoy this. I definitely recommend it. I realise now why everyone has been raving about it and saying how good it is. So this was a very good one. I'll probably get my mum and maybe my grandma and sister to read this as well at some point, because I think they'd really enjoy it. Yeah, I am going to download the second one on my Kindle. I'll have a little break and then I might just start that one now, because I'm not doing anything else this afternoon. So I think I will do that, and I'll let you know how I get on with that. It's now the next day, so it's Sunday now. Yesterday was Saturday, and that's when I read most of The Housemaid. I'm now on chapter 53 of The Housemaid's Secret, which is the second book in the series. I'm 69% of the way through. I've got about an hour and a half left, so I'm going to finish that today. And I am fully enjoying this one as well. It's really, really good. They're just so fast-paced thrillers, and I feel like there's no points where I'm bored or it's slow. I feel like the second one took me a little bit longer to get into, but other than that, it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. So it follows events after the first book, the same main character, but it's like a few years later, and it's just like another family that she's cleaning for and stuff, and then just stuff escalates and goes crazy from there pretty much. There was like a bit earlier, which I think I filmed my reaction to a little bit, where it was like part 2, and there was like a plot twist before that, and I was kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. So that was a good little twist, and now I'm excited to know how this ends and what the heck is going on. Hi, it's now a couple days later. Actually, I think it's 3 days later. It's now Wednesday, so this vlog will be a bit longer than a week. It'll probably be about a week and a half, possibly even 2 weeks. But I'm gonna put you down here. So I finished The Housemaid's Secret on my Kindle. I finished it Sunday evening, and I really, really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. So the first The Housemaid, I gave 4.5 stars, and then the second one I gave 4 stars. And I feel like it was just because the plot was slightly more messy. It wasn't like messy, it wasn't a bad plot or anything, it was really, really good, but I just felt it was slightly less like organised, or like, I don't know, it was just a bit more messy than the original book. And I feel like also the, like, not the plot, but the way the story was laid out, the way it was written was very, very similar to the first one. So it had the same kind of structure. So halfway through the book, it kind of changed to a different perspective halfway through, which is exactly how the first book went. But I did really enjoy it. It was really good read, really fast, just really short chapters, really quick and easy to get through. There was some plot twists throughout, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I do recommend both of them, but I definitely did prefer the first one a little bit, but they were both really, really good. And then since then, I've just been reading Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I am almost halfway, and apparently, like, when you get to the halfway point, apparently it's like plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, so I'm really excited. But yeah, I'm on page 134 at the moment. I've been really enjoying this so far. This is, so far, it's basically about a married couple who've been married about 10 years or so, and they go away on this, well, the wife wins this trip to stay at this chapel, which is like in the middle of nowhere. It's like an old converted chapel. So they've gone to stay there, her and her husband, and you're kind of figuring out that there's secrets between them both, but you don't know what the secrets are, you don't know what they're hiding from each other. And also it keeps going back and forth between, so every few chapters there'll be a letter, which is, from what I've gathered, it's written by the wife on each of their wedding anniversaries. So the first letter was their first wedding anniversary, the second letter was the second wedding anniversary, and so on. So that's kind of in between, so it's showing how their marriage has progressed as well. But yeah, apparently there's loads of plot twists in this, so I have no idea where this story is going. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm assuming maybe one of them dies or something, one of them murders each other or something really bad. I don't know, because it says at the top, marriage can be murder, so I don't know whether maybe one of them gets murdered by the other or by someone else, or I literally have no idea. So I will let you know when I've got a bit further through this, whether I update you when I finished it or when I've read a bit more. It depends how quickly I get through this. I'll be reading quite a bit this evening, I think, so yeah. And then after that, I think I'm going to read one more thriller, which will be one on my Kindle, and then after that, that will be it of the end of the video. But yeah, I will let you know what I think. Hello, I've just sat down on the rug to film a clip for this thing. I'm really zoomed in for some reason. Ooh. And Loki's just come and sat between my legs. So cute. I'm gonna have to place the camera here because I don't want to move him. So the lighting may not be the best because I've got a window right behind me, so the lighting might look a bit weird. Anyway, I finished Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars in the end. I wasn't sure quite what to give it. I think I'd say probably a 3.75, but anyway, I've rounded it up to a 4. I did really enjoy this book, but there was just something there which wasn't quite it for me. It was like really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. I really was intrigued to know, and the plot twists were really, really good, and I wasn't expecting the twists that happened, but I think I just built myself such high expectations for this book because I'd heard so many people raving about it and stuff, so it wasn't quite as good as I had built up in my head, but it was really good. So I probably will get my mum and that to read this because it was a very good book, and I did really enjoy the twists, as I said. And I will be definitely reading other books from Alice Feeney. I just feel like there was just something missing, or I feel like maybe it was just because the characters, I didn't feel anything for any of the characters. I didn't really care about any of the characters at all. I think that was probably why. I wasn't like worried for the characters. I didn't really care what happened to any of them. So maybe that's like partly why I didn't feel like super connected to it. I don't know, but it still was really good. Obviously I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, so still an amazing book. And then I also read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager on my Kindle. I finished it as well, so I kind of haven't updated this vlog in a while, but yeah, I have read that book, and I can't remember what I gave it now. I gave it like a 3.5 stars or 4 stars. I'm not too sure. I can't remember what I gave it now, but I'll write it here on the screen. And this book was about a woman who like stays at this lake house by this lake, and there's like house across the lake, hence the name, the house across the lake. And she's spying with binoculars, and she sees this like woman. Her husband's recently died. Well, not recently died, quite a while, a couple of years ago, I think. A couple of years ago, her husband died in the lake. So she's come back here. She's a bit of an alcoholic now. She's just drinking herself to death pretty much. She's just, yeah, really struggling with everything. And she saves this other woman from the lake, and then the other woman staying across the lake, hence the name, the house across the lake. And she's like spying on this woman and her husband with binoculars, and she notices some like weird stuff going on, and then the woman across the lake goes missing. And then halfway through the book there's like a massive like plot twist, which I wasn't expecting, which I did quite like. But I feel like the reason I didn't give this book a higher rating is just because the first half of the book was so slow. I feel like it just took me forever to get into it, and I kind of just wanted it to like move on, you know. But the second half of the book was much better. I did really enjoy the second half, and the plot twist, some people like, I think this is why the book's not got really high good ratings on Goodreads, is because the second half of the book, like the plot twist, is probably not to everyone's taste. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good plot twist, but no, I understand why some people wouldn't enjoy that. I've made this little like house for the kiddies, and they're just playing in this box. But they've turned it sideways for some reason now. Look at him. So yeah, I have read 4 thrillers in this video, and I feel like they did go downhill slowly throughout the video. They started off best and went to the worst, so I think that's probably the order I would actually put them in. I'd put The Housemaid as my favourite one, The Housemaid's Secret as my second favourite, then Rock, Paper, Scissors, then The House Across the Lake. So I feel like, yeah, and I don't know if the reason for that is because I've read so many thrillers in a row, I'm kind of like, need something else, or whether they just generally just got worse as they went along. I mean, none of the books were bad. I would recommend every single one that I've read in this video. So, and because I've read so many thrillers recently, I've started You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry, and I came in this morning and my bookmark's been taken out and shredded to pieces by my cats, so that's fun. So I don't actually know where I am, so later when I read some more I'm gonna have to find where I am in the book, which will be fun. I am gonna end the vlog here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I do recommend every single book I read in this video, so if you're in the mood for a thriller, definitely pick some of these up. Definitely The Housemaid by Freida Mcfadden. That was my favourite one. I really enjoyed that, and it was really fast paced, and yeah, I like that in a thriller because it kind of just, you just read it so quickly, and it's just really gripping and good. But yeah, please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.